In the bottom,
coming to the castle.
we do have Manta Ray, aka Daniel. And on the right hand side, we do have Senior Stronghold, aka Matthew. So, these two brothers have been going at each other for ages, ever since we have had these team games. These guys have been at each other's throats. So very, very interested to see who wins. Now, these two have never played each other in 1v1s. At least it's been a long time since then. Daniel is the clear favorite over here on the left-hand side. But at the same time, I do think Matt is going to have some tricks up his sleeve.
Are Daniel and Matthew both buying wood instead of buying food at the beginning?
I know that Matt is buying wood.
Yeah, you can tell he is.
Looks like Daniel may be going the food direction.
Yeah, he's already on double rations. He's got his treasury up. So let's see over here what Matt's doing.
Does Matt have a treasury up?
Matt's definitely opening up
I don't
his
think so.
economy with multiple apple farms.
It looks like Matt is doing only the normal rations. So
Yeah, I think that's going to come back to kind of... Well, actually, one thing I've been looking into, if you do normal rations and just sell everything, you can make a lot of money. It's actually better than taxing.
no, I don't think it's actually better than taxing because I ran the numbers.
Okay. That was something I was looking into.
It's close. But as I was always trying to explain to Matt, like there are a lot of things that we don't think about as resources, and one of those resources is clicks. So if you actually are selling a lot of your excess, then you have to click more often. Whereas theoretically, if you can tax like all of that, then you're not having to sell as often. But either way, so
True.
Daniel's going to be promoting much faster.
An enemy lord has been promoted.
He's got a pretty solid economy going over here. Let's see if Matthew is actually going to get his treasury up in time. Looks like the answer to that is no. He is not expanding his wood economy, and that's going to bite him in the butt here pretty soon. So
One thing I would like to
as I
see,
said that, he's adding some more.
I think Matthew definitely has a good setup. I don't think he's going to execute as well as if we still don't have the treasury up.
That's
We
true.
don't
That's
have a
very
good
true.
wood production.
We don't have the treasury yet, so his excess gold is not going to be as substantial, and he's not going to be promoting as quickly. So that's a major blunder from Matt already. So let's take a look over at Daniel. So his economy isn't actually anywhere near as good as Matt's. So if Matt
Which would be
ends
that's
up
an
selling
interesting
his-
trade-off.
Yeah, it is an interesting trade-off. We'll see who gets further. So Daniel will be ahead in terms of ranking, which means he'll be ahead in technology. Getting
One thing I'll have to point out here is that Daniel only has one stockpile running right now.
that is
Granted,
true.
he may have it set up. He may have it set up where he's fine with that, but good chance he may struggle later on if he doesn't watch his space.
He's going to bottleneck himself because of how cramped his food's going to be with his military production, whereas Matt has a whole section of the map dedicated to food. He'll have
Right.
a whole section dedicated to military.
Right, so Daniel's military production is going to have to be next to this stockpile. So that's going to start eating into his food area. I mean, I guess Daniel could expand his food over here to the upper left, but with his hovels over here, that's where I would start putting crime down.
Look how much space he's not going to use to the north. There's like open space.
Right.
I
All
wanted
of
to
that.
draw attention that Matt is the first one to start his armed peasant battery.
Oh, the Armed Peasant Bank is starting for Matt. Really, really glad to see it. So this is going to give him some manpower in the mid-game. So whenever he
An enemy lord has
ends
been
up
promoted.
needing more troops, and if he depletes his peasant pool, he can just disband them. Matt's going to have a great place to start his weapons industry, and he has a really, really solid food economy. The one criticism I have is that he's still missing his taxation. So, okay, here comes the armory. for Daniel. He's starting those archers down. Now, according to the rules we play by, you must produce 10 bows before you can attack. So Daniel's going to get right ahead on that. Daniel really enjoys his very quick, aggressive plays to try and get some control over the middle in the mid game. So we'll see if Matt will be ready for that. Matt is a more... Oh, goodness.
Wow, that's a good setup.
He's just blundering in a couple places. He needs to get his jousting tournament down. He needs to get a bedchamber down. He needs to expand his feast foods. I think he's beginning to forget those, and that will put him behind the technology. But this is a really good step forward for him as he starts to improve his weapons producing capacity. Now, this will be a long-term investment. I don't know how he's doing economically, but judging by this gigantic economy he's got going down, it should be pretty sizable. So Matt should be able to field plenty of troops here. Okay, Daniel's starting his armed peasant bank.
He's expanded his archer build too, Daniel.
He
As you
has.
can-
And this is interesting. He's placed down an armory, so we may see some pikemen. We may see really
I
anything.
mean, I feel like right now Matthew is winning the economic battle, but I feel like Daniel's just gonna start outskilling him.
Yeah. So Daniel is remembering to expand his honor foods. So overall, I like the technology advantage. Oh, that's gotta hurt. So this Fletcher goes right to crime. Let's see where the crime is. Okay, whereas Matthew had one woodcutter go to crime. Okay. And Matthew is placing down his jousting tournament. He's got crime taken care
He's got
of.
another
Looks like
feast.
he's got another feast, but that's not going to matter so much because he's only got a pig farm. And
He could have bought.
He could have bought. He could be buying. I'm not sure what he's doing.
One of the things about the jousting tournament is that he wasn't really losing much because Daniel has also not placed a jousting tournament.
That's true. Could Daniel be forgetting one of the most important buildings in the game? Now, I would like to point out as well that Matthew has a good amount of archers. He has the 10 archers required to make a push. Now, one thing I am interested in is where did all of Matt's peasant bank go? Did he spend it all on archers?
That is my question too. I was wondering where they all went. I think he may have disbanded them, all of them.
He disbanded them. So
He disbanded them.
They're
So
all,
they're back in his.
They're back in.
They're back in like.
Yeah, look at all these peasants
on fire.
running around. So he's
That's one
doing
thing I
good.
wanted to point out earlier is that these two have put in a lot of hovels. Now, granted, you would want to for a armed peasant bank, but if you're not going to use them to turn them into archers, that's going to eat up a lot of your food
All right, we
and cost you a lot.
We do have an engineers guild coming down, so it looks like Matt is preparing some siege equipment. From what it looks like from Matt, he's going to be going for a kind of archer / ladderman push. Maybe go with some mantlets.
We have quite a bit of a archer production from Daniel coming out.
Oh yeah, okay. So Daniel has expended his armed peasant bank, and he has turned it all into archers, and it looks like he's gonna go for it.
He does have a siege camp too.
He also has a siege camp. Does he have?
He does have an engineers guild on the very southern edge of his area.
Okay, so as of now, I would say that Matthew definitely has the economic edge. So if he can survive this push, so he does have mantlets coming down, with these archers going across the map, if they end up getting caught into an open firefight with these other archers, these mantlets could be the difference between a win and a loss here. Yeah, Daniel's standing at the choke point. Really, it looks like they're just gonna start pushing each other in the middle here. I'm not sure quite what to say about this. Daniel needs mantlets. He's not going to be able to survive this without mantlets.
Matt needs to push. He needs to push this position.
Yeah, he has a chance to overtake these archers.
He has a clear advantage, but does he realize it? Now, this is where the multitasking of both players is going to come in, so we will have to see who... Daniel, the more experienced player, who has the better habits, will likely be feeling more comfortable in this position, but Matt, with the better material, the better economy, overall the better position in this game, we'll have to wonder who's actually going to make it. Now, Daniel does have the mobility because of these mantlets. It looks like Daniel's starting to retreat. He's going to mount some soldiers up on his walls. He feels threatened by this army, so he's going to try and buy some time until he can get some mantlets out. So it looks like the momentum is clearly with Matt in this game right now. These archers are just sitting up here, and Daniel, if he's just going to sit in his base, he's not going to be able to do any of these vitally important out-of-the-box strategies that he likes to do. Okay, we do see a jousting tournament start to come down for Daniel. He's walling it off. Matt is not doing a too great a job at walling his estate off. He needs to look to that. Very vulnerable in terms of what a cavalry rush could do to him. Daniel's feeling kind of secure now. Matt is just kind of sitting here. I wonder what he's going to be doing with his momentum. If he sits on this momentum for too long, then he's not going to be able to do very much with it. So these archers running all the way around these walls, looking to reinforce this army up here. The rush distance is very large, so it will take some time for these reinforcements to get over here. I wonder what could end up happening.
This is looking to be a very interesting battle coming up.
Now, something interesting is the fact that Daniel has all of his forces committed here, whereas he has none committed down to the south. Okay, it looks like he is starting to put a detachment of archers up on the southern wall. So he is aware of that threat. Okay, it looks like he's actually moving out with these archers. Probably going to start to put a little bit of backhand pressure on Matt, who is actually beginning to do a much better job walling off. So he is still missing this northern pass here. Not sure what... Okay, look at this. Look at this. Okay, it looks like Matt's is going to just take his advantage, sit on it until he reaches Duke, at which point he's going to try and get out as many knights as possible. In order to do this, he's going to need more honor fruits. He's going to need statues. Let's take a look and see what Daniel's doing with these archers. Looks like he's trying to figure out what to do with them.
Does he have mantlets yet in the center, or is he just conceding the center to Matt?
It looks at this moment like he's just conceding, just gonna wait for some time. If Matt gets siege equipment out, buys this estate, and starts pushing, that could be it right there. But we'll see what he tries to do with these archers over here. He's now trying to flank. My suspicion is that he's trying to get up to this particular hole in the wall, because, I mean, it's Matt we're talking about here, so... Holes in the walls are a speciality. He needs to do something about these archers. It looks like he notices them. I think he is prepared to deal with it. Again, not much happening up here on the normal front. If Daniel were smart, what he would do is he would use this as a distraction to pull some move over here and put Matt's multitasking sort of to test. So now he's running around these walls. That's going to be kind of annoying, but I think that Daniel really should have just like hid the fact that he knew about this until later, and then gone in with knights or something capable of doing a lot more damage. But now Matt's attention is going to be very, very heavily focused on this. And then Daniel, as I was saying before, using this opportunity to get some mantlets out into the center. He's soaking up a little bit of free damage as both players are kind of micromanaging themselves.
Oh, he's going to try to rush up and just take over the top of the keep.
Yeah, well, the Lord is there, so that's not really...
If it goes to a feast, he won't be there.
Well, we'll just have to hope that Matt doesn't make that bad of a micromanagement mistake. This is hilarious. Okay, so now the archers are starting to fist fight peasants. I'm not quite sure what these archers are doing. Oh my goodness. At least it's prompting Matt to continue to make units. And we do see on the front, Daniel is starting to move his soldiers out. Okay, Daniel is starting to make a light cav.
He's distracting Matt. He's distracting Matt
so he can slip in.
Light cav on the move.
It looks like Matt has not plugged up this wall yet, so these light cav could end up doing something. Matt's attention is still over here. He's just walking his archers right into this firing line. So he's gonna lose these archers because Daniel's archers were firing long before Matt's archers ever got there.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
It is gonna be close, but when these light cav enter the base, it won't be close anymore.
Yeah, those light cav are almost in.
Almost in. There are only a few of them. If Matt
can take a few, though.
Okay, he is moving some archers.
Why doesn't he just plug up the hole?
He needs to get those manlets down, those archers together. That group of archers could beat that light cav. Archers are quite powerful against light cav. The question is, will Daniel outpace him?
So let's see if he's gonna micro this.
Yeah, we're going for a rush on the granary.
Yeah,
Oh, we
But
might get
like,
it.
he might get it.
No.
the archers took care of business.
All right. So those archers
will-
are killing all of the light cav. Daniel has some sneaky light cav.
Yeah,
Look at
giant.
Light
that.
cav.
Matt's gonna be
And
wondering
Matt
why
is
he can't
losing
plug that
on the
wall.
front. Matt is getting absolutely destroyed on the front. He needs to retreat those archers. If these archers had been committed at the front, if Matt's attention had been committed at the front, he would not have been giving up the middle in this way. Okay, so now he's retreating. Daniel is going to take a very comfortable lead as he gains map control. If Matt can stabilize, he has the better economy, he has the better late game strategy, he has the better weapons production.
Now, has Daniel done anything to his economy? Have we looked
Well,
over and seen it play out?
we have not checked over it. It looks like he's still on the same. Yeah, he is not focusing on his economy at all. Like, we don't see any new buildings
Man,
coming
Matt
down.
still needs
Let's-
to plug that wall.
Let's check on. So Daniel is actually still using stocks, so his crime is going to go a little out of control here in not too long. So I think if Matt can just stabilize, he needs to put a gatehouse here.
And he needs to plug up the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, he is struggling to. There he goes. About time.
So he's got a lot of mantlets, like a lot of mantlets coming out. So he'll probably be able to stabilize. He needs to retreat his archers because he's just losing
archers are-
3 here.
Yeah, they're dying. He'll have mantlets, but he won't have anything for the mantlets to protect.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a big loss for Matt.
Oh, Matt has released his crossbowmen. He has a battalion coming out.
He still needs to, okay. So those crossbowmen will be a huge help against this forward force. He needs to. Come on, Matt. There's still a hole in your wall. There's still a hole in your wall.
He's just inviting Daniel in.
Yeah,
He
if Daniel
really
were to
is.
take that estate, he could just waltz right in with siege equipment and wreak havoc with fire carts.
Oh man. Yeah. All it would take would be one fire cart. He could waltz right in here, and grab that granary, which is on yellow health, by the way. But
I must admit, one thing I'm noticed here is that no estates have been bought.
that's a good observation.
I
I
like
don't
being
know why
able to
Matt's.
move.
I don't know why Matt is moving forward here, and by moving those mantlets forward, he's just letting all of Daniel's archers fire simultaneously. So, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's gonna start dropping mantlets really quickly. He's starting to build some more. I must say,
We have a
though,
light cav attack on the north. He needs to plug his wall.
okay, we do have some more light cav coming up. Is Matt gonna see it? Matt's attention is telescoped right in here, just completely telescoped. He's not gonna see these light cav.
An enemy
If the
lord
light
But
cav
the light cav
go
are
where
not
they're-
going where they're supposed
going.
to go.
Okay, they're just gathering here, waiting for the opportune moment.
Yeah,
So
you don't
not a whole
think
lot's
up more
happening. He
archers
needs to
that
move
way.
these. Matt needs to move these crossbowmen up. So he's losing in the mantlet war really badly. Okay, it looks like he
And he
sees
has to
the
plug this hole.
potential. He sees the potential attack from the light cav, but he desperately needs to plug up this wall.
I wonder what his like, if it's just him forgetting about it, or if there's like a reason why he's not plugging it.
He should have the stone. I mean, look at this. He's maintaining stone production throughout this entire game. He's putting out wave after wave of troops.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
Matt
don't.
needs to take the initiative here and just put these archers on this island, and that will funnel the light cav into him. So yeah, Matt's losing the mantlet war pretty badly. He needs to retreat these units, and then he needs to start going into serious damage control mode. And
Daniel needs to take the
look at
center.
this.
He needs to buy this.
Look at this. Daniel is moving forward with a lot of siege. Matt is moving these archers forward, gonna try and catch these light cav. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why he doesn't just.
Why isn't this wall
plug this
up?
hole.
That would be the easiest thing to do. But
Something Matt could could try and do is try to move this attack even closer. Oh, here we go. Now we know that Matt thinks he's lost. He's got boat warriors.
You know, telltale sign of a
The telltale sign of
losing
defeat.
team.
I mean, Daniel does have this exposed coastline, but there's no way he's gonna miss that. Yeah, Matt needs to go into full damage control mode, get some towers up, mount up some mangonels. If he can survive to Duke, he's probably got tons of swords and armor, stuff that's not helping him right now.
I think it would be interesting if Matthew bought the southern estate and opened up a southern front just to split Daniel's attention.
Those manlets came in just the opportune time there. Those catapults would have wiped out a lot of archers.
Just in time. Just in time development, right there.
You really need to get those crossbowmen up.
Mantlets in the true Dragon Ball Z fashion.
And then Matt will need to watch out his.
Matt's continuing to invest in boat warriors. This is the wrong decision.
Matt will need to watch out for his woodcutters. They are now exposing a hole in his wall.
Very true. Very true.
Although logistically wise, this favors Matt because it's like his manlets have to walk fewer
Shorter
distance. Yeah, and
No.
The
so
thing is, Daniel just has such a superior multitasking ability. Matt's continuing to produce mantlets. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough though. If Matt could only get some of these crossbowmen firing, that would help swing things. Okay, so Matt is starting to move into the water. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Matt has a huge economy. I'm not sure why he doesn't have more than he does. He should have plenty of gold at this point. Daniel's economy looks honestly kind of pathetic. Daniel's just now adding swords.
is Daniel trying to do any sneaky stuff? Like, do we see stuff on the corners of the map?
No, I don't see anything particularly Daniel-esque. Now, if we look over here, now I looked away for half a second, but look, Daniel's
Matt's starting to win.
Daniel's numbers are starting to deplete in the center. Matt is continuing to reinforce with mantlets. All of a sudden, the center is starting to look to be much more in Matt's favor than we previously anticipated. And these boat warriors are still moving. So he's going to try and sneak his way across the map, and then Daniel will have to deal with that. But we do have ballistas coming out for Daniel. Matt is only now starting to produce catapults.
I think it would be interesting if Matthew put catapults on the other side of the river, like directly behind Daniel, and just shot into him.
From right.
See what I'm saying?
Did-
Yeah, like from that area.
This
then
map
they're
is
exposed.
designed so that you can place siege equipment all around the outskirts here to prevent somebody from just doing what Daniel's doing right now. So I'm not sure why Matt's not taking advantage of that situation, but I mean, you can tell Matt's experience as a mantlet monkey is really, really paying off in this game.
And I don't understand why Daniel hasn't bought that estate yet.
Oh, he sees them. And he says exactly the same
Dang.
thing that we were saying. This is the symptom of Matt's beginning to lose the middle. He's investing so much more into boat warriors that aren't going to do anything. There are no openings for these boat warriors to do anything.
Now, what he could do is he could purchase the estate to the north of Daniel and just get one little catapult,
Yeah.
break that open right there, and then walk him through.
But that's assuming he has a surplus of honor, which he clearly doesn't by the fact that he's still using catapults. Now, I will say, Daniel's ballistas are not firing. And Daniel is starting to lose more and more of his mantlets. So,
Daniel's now on the mantlet, lacking side.
yeah. And Matt's continuing to pump them out. Matt really should take advantage of these archers. Do something with them. If he could sneak these archers around to the back right here on the map, if he can start picking off this siege from behind. And again, these mantlets are arriving just in time.
So I don't understand why Daniel doesn't buy the estate in the center. He's
Oh,
moving all this
Okay.
siege equipment.
Daniel has knights. That's why he's not buying the estate. So
Daniel
Daniel's
can
a
just-
duke. If you look at this reinforcement stream from Daniel, it's kind of insane. Okay, and Daniel's gonna be opting for that normal strategy, taking advantage of this wonderful wall right here with these knights, opting to end the game. But he is running lower and lower on mantlets, so we'll see what ends up happening. So Matt does finally have some knights. You love
He
to
now
see
has 3 holes in his wall.
it. Right.
He's got 1, 2, one up all the way at the top.
Yep. Get completely
Daniel
crushed.
is actually opening a new front on the south. He's moving archers and one lonely catapult along the southern edge of the map.
Good for him.
He's gonna do the classic 1 catapult siege.
Yeah, he's leaving his catapult alone. The archers are going on ahead.
Now Matt's
Oh, he did.
Matt's awareness has been pretty good this game.
Oh,
but-
I take that back. He now has a trebuchet and another catapult right outside of Matt's walls.
right.
But little does Daniel know that there's a hole in the wall not too far up that the archers should just roll right on through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why he's gonna go through all of this when you just walk up there.
If anything, this could alert. Now I really like this idea. I really like this idea. But at the same time, all it takes is just for one of Matt's knights to go down there. And look, he already
And there
sees
they
it.
go.
He already sees
Yep.
it. Matt's
Here come the knights.
Matt's map awareness has been stellar this game.
It needs to be
Except
with all the
for-
holes in his
Except
walls.
for this. Yeah.
I don't know what's the point of those of all these holes.
And Daniel's middle is starting to fall apart. What is Matt gonna do with these knights once they're freed up? So he has completely routed Daniel, and Daniel is running all the way back to his base. But Daniel is also now starting to support this southern front with knights.
Oh, Dan bought the center.
Daniel finally bought the center.
That's probably gonna push Dan over the top. I think he is.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
must
really-
say that Matt has forgotten to place his bedchamber.
Yep. That he has.
Oh, really suck some honor out of his game.
That Matt's hanging on only by a thread. Let's see if Daniel's economy has improved at all. Nope.
Look at all that crime.
It actually looks kind of worse.
All that
But-
crime.
If Matt is hopes to compare
Wait,
in
wait,
honor,
wait.
he
Look at
needs
this,
to
look
have
at
more
this.
honor food.
Look at
Oh man!
Here it
Look
comes.
At him. He's doing it. He's doing it. Look at him go.
No, Daniel has made mention several times that he's never died to boat warriors. Could this be the first time?
Game.
Oh goodness, this could be it. Matt bought the estate. I'm proud of him.
There's no response from Daniel as of yet. Absolutely no response from Daniel. The boat warriors are moving in.
They are in.
Oh
Will he
my
turn the
gosh.
catapults off?
Okay, so Daniel does see
Archers
it.
on the
Daniel
move.
does see it, so
Here's the
this
thing.
is
He
gonna
could
get
still
shut down.
win this if he brings his catapults down and gets if he uses his siege right, he could still win this.
Right.
Or
What
at
do you
least
see, though?
distract him enough to take the center. Or he's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, they're just this is like D-Day
You should at least go attack the jousting tournament.
with the where are the okay, at
Where's
least
the
it's
siege
preparing
going?
at least it's preparing some
He
burning
needs to get
fronts.
mantlets out. He needs to get his catapults going.
He needs to make this a full front instead of just
Just
going.
a little toy. He needs to get some sort of troop down there so Daniel can't rebuild the
Now
walls.
the middle is falling apart for both players. Okay, Matt is starting to reinforce with mantlets.
Daniel has archers everywhere. I don't think any of these flame fire carts are
Nope.
going to get anywhere.
Nope, complete waste of gold. Instead of dumping his money like that, he could have been buying mangonels. He could have been buying mantlets. Could have been buying
The knight-
Colossus.
The night production leans heavily in favor of Daniel right now.
And now Daniel's just gonna go up and grab his free estate. It looks like Matt is dropping the ball on this one.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time now.
It is only a matter of time. Daniel needs to make something happen. If he sits on his advantage too long, Matt could try to do something to pull this game out. Okay, it looks like Daniel is preparing for the final push. He's moving these knights.
They're gonna walk through the hole that's been open the whole
There you
game.
go. Yep. This is a much more even game than I anticipated. Guys, look at this! Look at this!
Look at that.
See,
You did it.
this is the quintessential flaw of Matt's gameplay. He doesn't do anything proactively. He just reacts to things.
He just walled off his north.
He didn't wall this off until he saw these knights coming.
Still has holes in the south.
Yeah, he still has holes in the
He's-
south, but at
he
least
still
that's
has
kind
the
of
hole.
protected by the
Knights
middle
coming to
here.
the south.
Nice.
He's attacking the blob.
Yeah, these
He's
crossbowmen
attacking
are
the
gonna
blob.
make quick work of these knights, though.
He should have just bypassed him.
Is Matt
Knights
gonna,
coming. Instead of using the hole, instead of attacking through the hole that's now blocked, he sent the knights from the north down.
Well, if he's gonna pull something like this, he needs to attack with all of his knights, and
Agreed.
not just the ones on the flanks.
Why is Matt not sending his knights to help?
he's making axe throwers.
Matt's knights are just sitting there.
Yeah, what is... Oh, Matt.
Matt needs to get his army in the game.
I think it'd be interesting for Matt is if he kills all these knights, he should do a counterattack.
Yeah, just completely bypass this middle here and just move all the way around. If he has some honor left, I'd buy this southern estate, get some catapults, knock down that wall, run through the middle. That's basically his only hope, but it's a little more than a prayer at this point. Okay, now Matt's moving. Okay, now he's doing what he needs to be doing.
If he's planning on doing that, he definitely needs to wall off before enemies get in.
Yeah.
So he stands. He's got knights like running up into the fight up there.
Just go, Matt. Just go. Just buy the estate to the south. Just go.
Just do it. Where are these knights going?
Cue the epic music.
Buy the estate. Come on, you got this. Buy the estate. I'm going on an adventure.
I want this to work so
come on,
bad.
come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Buy the estate.
Buy the estate. Matt.
Go, go, go.
I don't
Man,
think Daniel notices.
how do you not notice?
The problem is
happening.
Smith needs to wall off.
Oh, he's got an assassin.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
God.
Oh my god!
Get those suckers in
Look,
there.
he doesn't-
Straight to
oh,
the
he doesn't
Lord.
see it. He doesn't
Straight
see
to
it.
the Lord. Do it. You got this. You got this.
He's going. No! Don't attack any of the people. Oh shit! Now he knows.
No. Lord,
Fuck.
Lord, 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 Lord. Man, you better spam the Lord. Dismount.
No, Matt, go.
This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work.
Oh my goodness.
Spam
They
Lord.
didn't attack the buildings. Come
Oh,
on.
no.
He can get there. He
Come
can
on.
get there.
We believe you. He's got 2 knights in there.
He's
They're
fighting
chasing
the
the Lord
jester.
down. That damn jester. That's 3 knights in there.
Oh
He could
my
pull this
gosh.
off. He
I
could
doubt
pull
it.
this
I
off.
really doubt it. Okay, there's the Lord. He needs to target the Lord.
Get him.
Okay, now he's just gonna run around.
Oh my goodness,
We're doing this-
Daniel.
we're doing
Why
this
you
part of
just
the game.
cheese?
Yeah, now he's.
And there goes the Lord. I'm gonna go back to my keep.
Yep, he's trying to follow him, but. Do you all remember when Daniel kept
So
saying that he
close.
didn't like this game mechanic?
Now
Yes.
it's literally going to save him.
But he really likes it now. Now he's just moving.
Daniel's moving in for the kill on Matt's keep. The whole army is pushing past standstill knights as Matt is not even looking at his own base.
No. And
Yep.
now these knights are dead. The opportunity has gone. That was a good assassin.
I was
He
a
still
good
has 2
attempt.
knights down there. Look, Matt has 2 knights at the bottom.
One of his. Wait,
Right there. Right there. Look.
right here.
Yeah, but we know Daniel is going to be leaving
Right
those
there.
knights up there with his
Oh, I see
Lord.
him. Yeah, if you could just walk them in, kill the Granner. Here's how Matthew Gerloff can still win. Okay.
Yeah, Matt
logs,
still has not
logs.
moving the Lord is the mission of defeat. Last time I checked. That's pretty funny.
Can't argue with that logic.
Okay, everything just stopped.
Daniel is typing.
He's typing.
Oh
How did you
my
get in?
goodness.
Okay, Matt needs to rebuild these walls, put rolling logs, and just kill all of this.
Seriously, like if he does not put walls up right now, dude, put some walls up. He really lives up to his meme name of no walls
Yeah.
or holes
Yeah.
in his walls. Like
Yeah.
he's awful for this.
Oh my word.
You,
Here's the thing.
you all remember, like...
You gonna send your lord?
Well, Dale still owns that. Matthew still owns that gatehouse. He could always just send more stuff in.
You think he would? According to your own rule, you lost. He needs to get archers up on those walls.
Again, build the wall, build the rolling logs, kill it all. Easy.
I guess he is expecting Daniel to pay for his wall.
Right.
Oh, man. Oh, that tree almost killed some antlers.
Wow, those archers! Look at that! Look at those pro archer move.
Look at... Where were these knights before? What? 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 Oh my god. I almost
Like
can't- I
seriously,
almost
like
can't
at
do
that,
this.
at that point. Oh yeah, let's put them on horses because that's gonna make the difference.
Like, why? How do you have that much money just sitting around? Like, how is that even remotely possible? Now, here's the
If-
funny thing.
1,
Here's the
2,
funny
3,
thing.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Here's the funny
That's
thing.
10.
Matt could technically overwhelm this. And then after he kills these
True.
knights, he can just run right into kill the rest of this stuff.
Please tell me, Matt. Please pin on those catapults. Don't hit the mantlets. And he's gonna send the
I don't
archers
know
in
what to
too.
do. Come on, Daniel. This is why horses
And-
are very important. Does he have
This is
horses?
why-
Yes.
Here comes more knights. I
Except
mean,
for the fact that he keeps spamming stuff. This is the problem. He only sells stuff when he thinks he needs units. Like, he only sells stuff when he thinks he needs units. Like, he just needs to be on top of his buying, selling, producing.
this economy is amazing. The only thing
Yeah.
that's lacking here is honor.
Yep.
I guess this is it. The last stand.
Pathetic. Crestfallen.
Senior look of superiority.
And here we go. He's coming.
And it all comes crumbling down.
Yeah, see, look at that 50 honor drop. And here it is. The sad demise of a once proud warrior amidst a hail of blows. The game lags in salute. As it has to
Well, I
remove
like
the
how
loot
when the keep
function.
disappears, everyone just like teleports to the ground.
Yeah.